Okay, hello everyone. You are welcome to this video. I remain your tutor, Mr. Life Changer. In this video, I'm going to be talking about trigonometry. I have a whole lot to teach here, so it's going to go from trigonometry to applications of trigonometry, angle of depression, elevation, bearing and distance, and the likes. Okay, so I wish you follow me well. Now, trigonometry is actually a relationship, is a branch of math that deal with the relationship between the sides of an angle of a triangle and the angles of a triangle. So, the relationship between sides and angles. Okay, so the aspect of math that deals with this relationship of a triangle is called trigonometry. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is what we call trigonometric ratios. Okay, I'm going to limit myself to in this video to for those preparing for WAEC, SS classes and all that. So there are three trigonometric ratios. We have sine, we have cosine, and we have tangent for our level. There are actually 6 of them. Because we have cosecant and we have secant and we have cotangent. Okay, so the short form of this is sin, this is cos, this is tan, this is cosec, or some people just say csc. This is sec and this is cot, cot. Okay, now we can find these trigonometric ratios, their values, especially using a right angle triangle. A right angle triangle is a triangle whose one of the angles is 90 degrees. So this is a right angle triangle. Let's assume that this is the angle of interest. The side facing the angle of interest is called opposite. The longest side is called hypotenuse, while the other side is called adjacent. Okay, so we use SOHCAHTOA to remember, the relationship. So is sine, which represents opposite over hypotenuse, so opposite over hypotenuse. Then the ka there is cos, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, HYP. Then the toa there is tan. Okay, let me write tan here. Tan, which is opposite. Okay, I will say sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, which is opposite over adjacent. Now, I would like you to also notice that if you divide sine theta by cos theta, which is opposite over hypotenuse, divided by adjacent over hypotenuse, is going to be the same thing as opposite over hypotenuse times hypotenuse over adjacent. So this would cancel out. So it's going to be opposite over adjacent. You see that? And opposite over adjacent is tan theta. So what this is saying is that whenever you see tan theta is the same thing as sine theta over cos theta, is allowed to do things like this. So the question is, what kind of questions can we solve using this? There are many. Number one is example number 1. Okay, you can have a trig ratio this way. You can have something like this, and let's assume that this angle is 30 degrees and here is 12, let's say 12 centimeter, and you're asked to find here x, and this is a right angle triangle. All you need to do is to know what side each of these positions represents. This 12 centimeter represent the opposite, so I can say the opposite is 12 centimeter. It is opposite because it is facing the angle of interest. Then x here is adjacent. The adjacent is x because it is the longest side, or the side facing the 90 degrees. X is either the longest side, hypotenuse, this is hypotenuse, not adjacent, sorry about that. Okay, so it's the longest side or the side facing the right angle. Okay, so and the relationship between opposite and hypotenuse is SOH. So sine 30 is equal to the opposite, which is 12, over hypotenuse, which is x. Now sine 30 is 0.5 with your calculator is 12 over x, so that means x is going to be equal to 12 divided by 0.5, which is 24 centimeter. So x is 24 centimeter. So these are the kind of questions, or this is the simplest kind of question, one can get here, where you're asked to find any side or any angle in a right angle triangle. Now you could also have something like this. Okay, let me change it. Let's say we have this. Okay, and this is the right angle triangle. And let's assume that we have this angle here. Let me call this angle theta because we don't know what it is. And let me call here 14 and let me call here 28. Okay, and we are asked to find the angle theta. All you need to do is to know the relationship. 14 is opposite, 28 is hypotenuse. Can you see? So that is still sine. So I can say sine theta is equal to the opposite, which is 14, over the hypotenuse, which is 28. So sine theta will be equal to 14 divided by 28 is 0.5. So theta now is going to be sine inverse of 0.5, and that is going to be 30 degrees. You see? So these are the kind of things that we should know, okay, about this. Now, one more question. Let's see two more questions. Let's say you are given something like, if sine theta, for example, is equal to 3 over 5, find the value of cos theta plus tan theta. You could have something like this. Now solution, all you need to do is you can represent sine theta equal to 3 over 5 in a right angle triangle like this. So let's say I have this right angle triangle, right? 3 over 5, and this is theta. Let's assume this is theta. 3 over 5, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite is this side here, which is 3. The hypotenuse is this side here, which is 5. Okay? But now we are asked to find cos theta. Cos theta is supposed to be adjacent over hypotenuse. Tan theta is supposed to be opposite over adjacent. So, but adjacent is not known, so I can write it here, x. I can find it. The reason why it is easy to find adjacent is because this is a right angle triangle, which also obeys a rule called Pythagoras theorem. Okay? And so, according to Pythagoras theorem, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the square of the opposite plus the square of the adjacent. That's the rule. Okay, the hypotenuse is 5, so this is 5 squared equal to the opposite is 3, 3 squared plus the adjacent is x, x squared. So this is 25 equal to 9 plus x squared. If you take this to the other side, you're going to have 25 minus 9 is equal to x squared. 16 is equal to x squared. So that means x is going to be equal to square root of 16, which is equal to 4. Okay? Are you with me? Now, so that means your x is 4. And now it is easy to find cos theta. Cos theta is supposed to be adjacent over hypotenuse. So my adjacent is 4 and my hypotenuse is 5. Then tan theta is opposite over adjacent. My opposite is 3, my adjacent is x, which is 4. So now we can find cos theta plus tan theta, which is going to be cos theta is 4 over 5. Let me take this up here. Cos theta plus tan theta. Cos theta is 4 over 5. Tan theta is 3 over 4. So if you find the LCM, 20 divided by 5 is 4, 4 times 4, 16. 20 divided by 4 is 5, 5 times 3, 15. And we are going to get 31 over 20. So the answer is 31 over 20. So these are the kind of questions that you should expect. Okay, can be anything. They can say find you can be asked to find, let's say, 2 cos theta. It means 2 times 2 times whatever cos theta is, 4 over 5, which is 8 over 5, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I would continue with the next thing here. So the next thing we are going to look at, okay, that should come in my next video. See you in my next video. Okay, let's continue the next video.